Up to 50% of the healthcare problems are related to wounds and wound care. It's also a major issue that afflicts the downtown east side populations. So Skunk Works was designed as an event to bring multidisciplinary teams of people together to answer complex questions. The ultimate aim of this Skunk Works was to provide solutions that would either prevent ineffective wound healing, stop readmissions for wounds that weren't healing properly, to allow the patients that we serve to return to a full and functional life as soon as possible.
So I attended the Providence Research Skunk Works event in 2022, which was an ideation session bringing together people from healthcare and people from other backgrounds to think really broadly about what are the needs for patients in the broad topic of wounds and how can we make a difference. And one of the clinical nurse specialists from our diabetes clinic pitched the idea of drop-in, no-appointment wound care service for homeless people. And she started it by saying, on my way to work, I see multiple people who are unhoused, sitting on the street with visible wounds that are getting worse because they're not getting treated. So I went and sat at her table, and we spent the next day and a half talking about how could we put something together, a simple wound service with low barrier that would build trust with clients and meet their needs.
So Mend and Tend is a low barrier simple wound care clinic or service, actually. And we're really trying to choose our words carefully because a lot of people who are experiencing homelessness or addictions have had bad experiences. We actually met with our patient partner yesterday who gave me really great context about people with addictions requiring almost a scheduled dose of their medication. And it made so much sense to me as to why they were in a hurry when they came into clinic and that they weren't willing to wait because that would make their symptoms come back. It's like any medication that you're taking. If you don't take it regularly, you won't feel good. So that context is what we used for the basis of the clinic, which is no appointments necessary, drop-in only. It is simple wound care for now, but you can come and take supplies away if you want, or you can come after a few times of maybe taking the supplies home. Perhaps you feel more comfortable coming in and saying, well, you know what, it's raining today and I'm tired, you can do the dressing for me. And we're hoping that that will build relationships as well as maybe debunk some of their past experiences that they've had that were negative.
A lot of the underserved people of the downtown east side do come to medicine. They come for wounds that started out really small and then it became bigger and bigger to the point where they were unable to live their lives to the fullest. And with that, we see where their wounds are and we know that it could have been prevented, and yet they come to us, they stay for months on end. And I think that really impacted me, where it's just like, these are people that we could have cared for before. We could have started earlier, and because we didn't, and because they fell through, they ended up being hospitalized for longer than they should. And with that, it's not a place where they want to be either, which is why the Mend and Tend was really important to me, where we just kind of treat them where they feel most comfortable.
I think it really exemplifies social justice, that every one of us, no matter how hard our life situations are or what difficult choices we may have made along the way, all of us are deserving of good health care. And that if what that takes to build trust is taking care to people where they are, providing care in a way that's acceptable to them, that I think is part of the social justice mission of Providence Healthcare, and really follows in this path of meeting people where they are, providing care to them where they live. It feels really lovely. It's just such a nice recognition that this little team has worked since September, meeting regularly, doing work outside, doing numerous site visits to shelters, to the downtown east side, meeting with patient partners, talking to other people in the organization. So I'm speaking on behalf of about 8 or 10 people who've been working on this project. So on behalf of all of them, it just feels like such really precious recognition that we had this idea and that we're absolutely determined to make it work, and the recognition of the hard work that's gone into it up till now.